Well, today, what's Willis up to? She was at a Bloomberg conference and decided that instead of raising some money for the government, raising money to pay for our infrastructure, our basic necessities as a society, we're not going to tax the rich. We're just going to continue to sell off all of our assets. So supposedly her next suggestion of ways that we could raise money is to sell off technically it's the backing of the government towards Chorus, which is to build up Chorus. Chorus is I think Paul was talking about it when I did an interview with him. It's a Christchurch, majority Christchurch or Christchurch City Council owned asset. And it basically does all the fibre in the city. So all of the fibre infrastructure after the earthquake was done by Chorus, and the local council has majority shares in it, which means it's a state-owned asset, which is fantastic. And the government put a little bit of money into that to build it up. So they're offering what it seems to be about $1 billion that they could make if they sell off their debt.
Ew.
The amount that they're borrowing to help them do that, and the money that would be paid back to them. And they're saying, no, we could give that debt to a private investor instead, and the private investor could benefit from that. So
I could suck these nuts.
Anyways, that was my really poor example of rounding it up. But now that I've done that, would you like to hear the professionals basically reiterate that in better language? Let's see what's going on in the world. Go.
Finance Minister is exploring the potential sale of the government stake in telecommunications company Chorus in a bid to fill up the coffers. One industry insider estimates it could result in $1 billion cash injection at a time when the government is borrowing billions to keep the lights on. Political correspondent Zane Small reports.
Nicola Willis taking the heat today from Bloomberg's New Zealand Bureau Chief, Matthew Brockett.
The economy is smaller than it was when you took office. That's a tough metric to confront for a government that claims to be a better economic manager than its predecessor. What do you think's gone wrong?
Well, I think that it will have gone right by next year, Matthew.
The Finance Minister hopes to achieve that by growing the economy and finding more savings. Her latest idea is to sell the government's stake in telecommunications company Chorus.
The New Zealand government helped fund the Chorus ultra-fast broadband fibre rollout through a series of debt and equity instruments that were always going to be repayable over the next 5 to 10 years by Chorus.
It's highly technical talk, but basically...
Someone did, yes, there's been multiple comments and I do want to put this out, yes. Chorus was part of the telecom before it was split, and it's the Enable is the Christchurch-based one, Chorus is the Auckland one. Apologies. But similar idea. Enable is Christchurch, Chorus nationwide at Auckland. Yes. It was part of the split of telecom where it was split into two entities, the commercial and the infrastructural side of things, or the services side and the infrastructural side. So, carry on.
Back in 2010, the government of the day started giving loans to Chorus to help it build the infrastructure for ultra-fast broadband. That finished in 2022, but the money hasn't been paid back yet. So the government of today is looking into whether it can sell that debt on to an investor to get some cash.
No shares.
Just pointing this out, we're talking 3 years ago. Like this is very short term in terms of like a government type situation. 3 years ago they finished doing it all, 2022, and now they're like, oh yeah, let's just get rid of that. Like,
well, yeah, the Labour government finished it.
That's true, but like, if they're saying 5 to 10 years to pay it back, that's like, there's not a lot of time. Just it probably comes with interest as well. Like,
this is what that's making me think of. Fucking cashies.
Yep.
We're going to the fucking pawnbroker. And we're not going to get it back, though. That's the thing. Jesus fucking Christ. This is what they did with fucking Mighty River Power. Same fucking thing.
Carry on.
No shares will be traded here. It's effectively selling the debt that is owed to the government at the moment. The government taking that and saying, would some private investors like to own that debt and get a return for that? And in the meantime, we get some cash into the government coffers.
How much would you expect to get for
Okay, sure. Perhaps the ownership at the end. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't understand the technicalities of it. I might be getting something completely wrong. But from the sounds of that, sure, if we're not selling the shares, but the government's not even getting the interest back on its loan. So they're not even getting extra for it. They're basically just selling it off now, getting the cash. But from a long-term perspective, they're losing all of the interest that they're also going to get from owning or lending that money. Like, it just... Yeah, it's more like a mortgagee. Yeah.
Like,
it is... I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, Craig pointed it out. This government's desperate. They're literally taking money from 18 and 19-year-olds who also have disabilities. They think, oh, we might get $1 billion. What might have helped not need $1 billion? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not giving nearly triple that to landlords in tax breaks, or not choosing to tax the uber wealthy. Not the rich, the uber wealthy.
I do really appreciate that when she's on this. I don't know. I will say there's any clips of it, but the interview that she's having on the stage at the Bloomberg conference, which in of itself is its own fucking thing. The guy is kind of pushing back a little bit, but it's very amicable pushback. Pushback's very, yeah.
How much would you expect to get for that?
Well, look, I'm not going to make a market-sensitive prediction on that. I want to get as much as possible.
I think it's fair to say, ballpark, we're looking at about $1 billion that the government could get.
Cash that would be critical for the government after Treasury's update yesterday showed net debt was $182.2 billion, an increase of $6.7 billion since last year. The government is essentially borrowing to keep the lights on.
Do you still expect to be able to return the budget to surplus in 2028?
Yes, we do.
Treasury acknowledged that many of the government's key fiscal indicators are showing signs of improvement. The year-on-year growth in total expenses was the lowest it has been since 2021.
Just also want to point this out. The year-on-year growth in total expenses was the lowest it has been. They're cutting the government's expenses, are they not? They're literally cutting everything so that we're spending less in everything.
Oh, yeah. They're cutting everything, but then they're also, I don't know if you saw, but the government are paying $15 million to put a roof over some fancy tennis court. But they also took $19 million away from disabled kids in funding. So, also 2021 was COVID.
That's true.
Fucking layers, man.
Layers.
By delivering $43 billion of savings from less efficient parts of the Crown, we have been able to then release investment to education, to health, to other critical areas. And it will be the same in next year's budget.
Budget 2026 shaping up to be another no BS budget.
It's shaping up to be what is this autoplay? The fuck? Sorry.
Gotta love the autoplay.
BHN's algorithm is really
I can imagine.
It's so bad. It's
got to be wacky.
I think I don't know how much Pat uses it. I only use it to do the odd story here and there, to play it through the show. But it's all just like what is it? Golden Buzzer, whatever that show is. America's Got Talent stuff. It's
right.
all that.
Yeah.
Fun stuffs. There is something actually that I saw today, which kind of it was an RNZ story, and I always RNZ makes me kind of mad sometimes because I feel like their stories are getting more. There's a lot of opinion pieces.
Yeah, no. Actually,
more than there should be on.
Well, actually,
on
it's
RNZ
funny you
at the
say
moment.
that. I saw on Reddit today people talking about how ever since RNZ got their funding cut and essentially threatened, it seems like maybe they're trying to go the Jim Grennan route so that they can appease the overlords. But hey, that's just caught it on Reddit.
Like that is
Allegedly.
There was a story that I came across today. It literally was today. 5 reasons to feel positive about the New Zealand economy.
I saw that headline.
I think this is also
I didn't
on,
like the way it made me feel.
Yeah, but it's interesting to read through it. There are some things like the official cash rate is dropping, which means interest rates are going down, which, in fairness, great for a certain portion of society. Not great for those trying to enter the market, because guess who they'll all be going up against? Landlords. So good luck getting your first home, guys, when you're going up against someone who can afford fucking to lend against their other properties. This was the stat that actually made me kind of laugh. Job ad numbers have increased. Wow, that's amazing. After a very significant fall, the numbers of advertised jobs increased both across both July and August for the first time in more than 3 years. Job numbers have managed to 3 positive months for the first time since mid-2023. Noting that 2 of those job numbers increases were 0.02% and 0.03%. So are barely positive, but could easily be revised negative. Nevertheless, it's the best sign of any emerging turnaround in the labour market we've had so far.
The fuck in the copium is this?
You know what the margin of error is, guys? The margin of error is like 3%. We're talking about 0.02% and 0.03%, which is basically nil.
Woo.
It's just like there's nothing there. You can't say that it's
the actual scraping of the walls of the barrel off.
You might as well just say nothing happened. Like that's fuck all. But like that's number 2.
Yeah, like cool. And how many job seekers are there now added to the fucking working income stream?
It's fucking. Nevertheless, it's the best sign of any emerging turnaround the labour market we've seen so far. Wow, we're doing so great, guys.
Ew.
Oh, and then the other thing that I saw as well, which I thought was quite interesting, was commodity prices are strong. That in itself is its own thing. But I love that. So this is the. Yeah, so Kerr, I think, is the, not that guy. Where is he? Kerr. Is this Kerr? No, someone else. I can't even find anyone's fucking names. But basically, the US President Donald Trump's tariffs had not hurt. There's no doubt there was a period of extreme volatility in markets that might have frightened a few business owners. They simply just turned out to be a whimper. He surprised us by coming out with these massive numbers, but he's negotiated all the way down to 10 to 15% anyways. It's not a big deal. The exporters I've spoken to who export into the United States are not worried at all. The Kiwi dollar's declined, so that's taking some of the pain. We export meat. Americans love meat. I can't see them giving it up. They like our wine. We're exporting the right goods, which Americans will probably happily pay 15% on. He's basically just completely goes against everything Nicola just said about the last GDP drop, where it was, the tariffs, the tariffs were awful. It hurt us so much. Our GDP fell because of the tariffs, guys. They literally just said, no, I've spoken to people and they couldn't give a shit. This is nothing. And people, like, the market for the US is booming. Like, this will never hurt. Like, we're not just selling meat and wine. We are selling luxury products. Like, a lot of the stuff that we make are luxury products. Like, it's not your everyday type stuff. We as far as I understand, a lot of our potatoes are all homegrown. That's easy. We have a lot of Our orchards and stuff, though, the best products from our orchards go straight overseas.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
get the shit. We get the
literally
absolute
the rubbish
shit.
bin. I used to
Yes.
work in kiwi fruit. We get the fucking rubbish bin. Well, no, technically the rubbish bin often gets made into kiwi fruit juice or fruit juices, so that's why I don't drink.
Don't even
kiwi
get
fruit
it.
Juice.
Just goes right past you, and you're like, no, so we've got to make juice out of that.
Yeah, no, we get whatever scraps are left from the overseas market. It's always been like that, unfortunately.
And
We
it's the
just
same
keep
with
letting them do this to us too.
Yeah, and it's the same with our meat. It's the same with our wine. It's the same with our honey. Like the meat's the same. Like the best meat that we have goes straight to. I know we have a ton of halal, not restrictions, but we export a lot of halal meat essentially. So I assume it goes mostly to, I want to say like Saudi Arabia, if I've got that correct.
UAE probably,
Like,
yeah.
UAE probably more so, yeah. So a lot of our
I
meat
know
goes
that we
there.
have we have halal supermarkets here in Wellington. Like you can just go down to the halal
Oh
supermarket.
yeah, but specifically
yeah.
the like the
That's
meat
gonna
that
be
we
the
get in our
low quality
supermarkets.
shit.
Yeah, but that's like I'm talking about the stuff that like they're just like, no, this is premium. It doesn't even
Yeah.
get seen by a New Zealander.
Yeah.
Like I may have had connections that may have enabled me to eat some of that meat that surpasses
Hell
the
yeah.
and the top quality stuff. Not anymore these days, but yeah, we don't even see that stuff. So like, we're fine, guys. I don't think tariffs are gonna hurt us too much. If anything, it's gonna hurt the consumer, not the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Is where I was going. Anyways, that's my rant. Would you like to add anything to that, Magenta?
I mean, the main thing I was, because I kind of started some of these comments here from our chorus cordial. I do think this is very important to point out. Our internet charges will go up, and it also, where was the other comment I found talking about? Did I not start? Also, I agree with this one. Let's not have private equity having financial stake in our infrastructure, because, and I guess that's just the main thing is like we've seen from Mighty River Power, from Telecom, people were talking all about it. We've seen so many instances, and I think I was actually watching a TikTok the other day, and it was talking about how like New Zealand governments have really just treated the country like they've just been sitting there stripping parts off, fucking getting rid of it all, and now they're sitting here like, oh, I guess we got to get rid of more of it. We couldn't possibly fucking tax the uber wealthy or do, like, I don't know, not give our tax breaks to our mates. There's so many things that they could do that they're just choosing not to do, and it's all horrible. Also, this puts it into perspective as well. Selling Chorus would cover about 3 weeks of borrowing. Losing an asset for 3 weeks of borrowing is not worth it. And also, I just feel like this borrowing narrative just needs to kind of get the fuck out the door. Like, countries have debt. That's just kind of how it works because we've made the system up. We need to stop just kind of being like, oh no, we have to cut money and we have to have balancing books. It's like, no, services for people cost money. That's why they give you their money.
The
Also,
idea
yes,
of the the horror of taxing people.
Right?
That makes it. You make a good point about I think it's just clicked for me about what it is. So about the prices going up because sure, we're not selling our shares. We're not selling our ownership of the asset, but we are selling off our debt to someone who in theory could then hike up their interest rates so that they hold on to that debt for as long as possible. They're lending for as long as possible. It makes it, it takes them longer to pay it off so that they make as much interest as they want on the $1 billion or whatever it is they're lending. And essentially it leverages it, right? So we may still have ownership of the asset, but we no longer have ownership of the debt. Someone else has the ownership of the debt. It's like if we want that asset, like they could sell off our asset basically. They say, well, if you can't afford to service the debt, sure, you can have your debt back, but you can have it at a fucking premium.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Like,
yeah, I mean
so
it's like
what?
those
We
hire
sell-
purchasing agreements where it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
here, we'll help you buy this car, but you're going to end up paying essentially double for the fucking car.
And it is the same. It's the same as a mortgage, I guess, but in a slightly, more convoluted way. But yeah, it's all shitty. Just fucking stop it.
Also, yeah, chorus can be
Sure.
a pain in the ass as it is sometimes. All these things they already have kinks that need to be improved upon, not just fucking, making it private equity's problem.